Hello treasure, today's story is another Winnie and Wilbur story. This one is Winnie and Wilbur, the Bug Safari. Winnie the Witch and her big black cat Wilbur were having a picnic in the garden. Winnie took a big bite out of her muffin and crumbs dropped into the grass. Ants rushed in to collect them and Winnie bent down to watch. "Look at those ants, Wilbur," Winnie said. "The crumbs they are carrying are bigger than they are. Isn't that amazing?" Winnie lay in the grass and she watched the ants too. The shiny red beetle pounced on a crumb and ate it. Then a red and yellow caterpillar with green spikes and purple spots came crawling along. "Blithering broomsticks," Winnie said. "That's an incredible caterpillar, Wilbur." "That is an incredible caterpillar," thought Wilbur. "I wonder what it tastes like." "Wouldn't it be fun to be as small as bugs, Wilbur," said Winnie. "Then we could really see what they are doing." "Meow," said Wilbur. He didn't think that would be so much fun. Then Winnie had a good idea. She shouted the magic word and waved her hand. "Abracadabra!" And Winnie and Wilbur were tiny. Wilbur was really tiny. "Meow," said Wilbur. Well, it was more like meow. You could hardly hear it. He was frightened. He was scared. The ants looked so big. The beetle looked huge. The caterpillar looked enormous. "I hope it doesn't eat me," Wilbur thought. The ants were busy carrying the crumbs back to their nest. Some of them ran across Wilbur's tail. "Ooh, meow," cried Wilbur. "I don't like ants running across my tail." "Look out, Wilbur," squeaked Minnie in her tiny voice. "Mind your tail. There's a centipede coming now." Too late. Meow, cried poor Wilbur. Deep down in the grass, the shiny red beetle was watching them. Did beetles eat tiny witches and really tiny cats? No, luckily they preferred muffin crumbs. Tweet, 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 a bird landed in the grass. He was looking for lunch. A nice fat worm, or a tiny witch, or a really tiny cat. I wonder which he prefers. Luckily, he found a nice fat worm. He ate the worm. Then, oh no, the ground, it began to shake. Something enormous was coming. Clomp, clomp, clomp. What could it be? An elephant? A rhinoceros? A hippopotamus? Winnie and Wilbur tried to hide, but they only had the grass to hide in, and blades of grass aren't very strong. Two gigantic boots appeared and clomped across the grass. It was the postman bringing Winnie's letters. "Run, Wilbur, run!" shrieked Winnie. "If the postman stands on us, we'll be squashed." "I made a mistake," Winnie said. I made us too small. I'll make another spell to make us big again. Wilbur, can you help me? They looked for Winnie's wand, but it wasn't in the grass. It was stuck high up in a prickly rose bush, and it was still the normal size, and it now looked rather large. Oh dear, cried Winnie. What shall we do? How will we ever get up there to get it back? Just then, the incredible caterpillar crawled past. It started to climb up the rose bush. Winnie and Wilbur jumped onto its back and held on to the spikes. Up it went, round the prickles, up and up towards the wand. Winnie and Wilbur climbed off at the wand, but Winnie was much too small to move the wand and wave it. Winnie pulled and Wilbur pushed, but the wand was so stuck between the prickles on the rose bush it wouldn't move at all. It's no good, Wilbur, Winnie said. We'll have to stay this size forever. Meow, cried Wilbur. He was very sad. He didn't want to stay small forever. He liked being normal size best. Then he could do his normal things in the house or in the garden. A hairy spider was spinning a web among the roses. She scuttled across and spun a long thread, then twisted it round the wand. Winnie and Wilbur and the spider pulled hard on the thread, but they couldn't move the wand. A passing bumblebee flew over and landed on the thread. A big green grasshopper jumped up, and a ladybird was hanging on too. Then the enormous caterpillar crawled over to help as well. The wand began to wobble. Then the thread broke and whoosh! Winnie cried, "Abracadabra!" And the wand broke free and waved in the air. Winnie and Wilbur were back to their right size in the garden. I think we'll stay this size, Wilbur, Winnie said. It's a good size to be. Said Wilbur. He was very happy to be back home again. His normal size, doing normal things in their normal garden. What an adventure. Do you think it really happened, or were they having a little daydream? What do you think, Treasure?